Night fell and darkness slowly blanketed the world, bringing a deep sense of stillness. In a small room, where the dim light of a lamp brushed gently across the walls, sat a person feeling the weight of worries, fears, and exhaustion pressing on their heart. Their heartbeat was slow, their breathing uneven, each inhale and exhale stretching the sense of loneliness. Yet amidst this darkness, a small, gentle light appeared. It was not blinding, nor did it disturb the quiet. Rather, it was like a soft candle, quietly guiding the soul. The person looked at the light and felt a subtle calm spreading within. The tension in their body slowly loosened, and part of their worry melted away. They took a deep, slow breath, feeling the warmth of the light spreading around them. It felt like an invisible hand resting lightly on their shoulder, soothing every trouble. It was a feeling of safety and protection, one they hadn't felt in a long time. Their heartbeat slowed, their breathing steadied, and even with eyes closed, they could imagine the light gently leading the way. The person rose and took slow, careful steps. Each step was like a lullaby, moving in rhythm with the soft whispers of the night breeze outside the window. The space around them no longer felt dark, but softly illuminated. They no longer felt lost. A gentle whisper echoed, not from another person, but from their own heart, or perhaps from somewhere distant yet familiar. You are not alone. You are always loved. You are protected. These words, soft and soothing, wrapped their soul in an invisible embrace. They smiled, breathing in deeply and exhaling slowly, feeling for the first time in many days a wave of calm wash through them. All the worries, all the fears, though still faintly present, began to settle like fine sand drifting in a quiet stream. The light guided them out of the room, out of their tangled thoughts. Their footsteps softly tread upon a path strewn with leaves that rustled gently under the moonlight. Around them the scenery unfolded like a gentle painting. A small meadow, flowers swaying in the breeze, and the night sky adorned with countless twinkling stars. Each star seemed like a gentle eye, blinking softly, reminding them that the world is vast, yet full of love. They sat down in the meadow, taking a deep breath. The scent of grass, flowers, and damp earth mingled softly in the air, settling in their mind. In that moment, they felt God's presence, not far away, but right beside them, as a soft wind, a warming presence, a guiding light. Their soul seemed to separate from all worries, merging with the gentle rhythm of the night. The more they gazed at the sky, the more they realized that God's light was not just a single point, but a vast embrace. It sheltered, comforted, and guided. The person closed their eyes, letting their soul rest in the stillness, listening to the whispering leaves and the gentle breeze as if it were speaking softly. Be at peace. You are loved. Everything will be all right. A soft breeze passed through, as if God were whispering into their ear, reminding them that even in the longest nights, even in fear and uncertainty, love is always present, ready to hold, ready to guide. They took another slow, deep breath, exhaling gently, feeling their body soften completely in the invisible embrace. And as they fully closed their eyes, a warmth spread through their entire being, every part of their soul drifting along the gentle stream of light. They no longer felt lost, but instead wrapped in deep comfort, floating peacefully, guided by the tender hand of God. In the quiet of the night, all worries faded into the background. They drifted slowly into sleep, their heart light and their soul calm. They knew that no matter what challenges life might bring, no matter the moments of loneliness or fear, there is always a vast love and invisible protection, guiding them through every shadow. And as sleep approached, the light remained. A gentle reminder, good night, dear one. Everything is all right. You are loved. You are protected. The person awoke gently from the calm of the first light, feeling a warmth lingering in their chest from the soft glow that had guided them. They stood slowly, stretching their arms and feeling the cool night air brushing against their skin. The meadow before them seemed to shimmer faintly in the moonlight, each blade of grass swaying like a whisper, calling them forward. Step by step, they began walking through the meadow. The ground was soft beneath their feet, cushioned by layers of moss and delicate wildflowers. Every footfall was quiet, almost like a gentle hum of the earth welcoming them. Around them, the flowers nodded in the breeze, their colors muted and dreamy under the silver light. The air was filled with the delicate scent of lavender, jasmine, and fresh grass, soothing and calm, wrapping the person in a blanket of tranquility. As they walked, they noticed tiny creatures moving around, gentle and unafraid. Fireflies flickered softly, their tiny lights dancing like stars come down to earth. A pair of rabbits peeked from behind a tuft of grass, and the soft rustle of their movement seemed to say, "All is well." Birds perched quietly on branches, their soft coos blending with the gentle sigh of the wind. Every sound, every motion felt like a lullaby, a quiet song sung by the world itself. The person paused by a small stream that curved gently through the meadow. The water reflected the night sky like liquid glass, mirroring the countless stars above. They leaned down, cupping the cool water in their hands, feeling it ripple softly through their fingers. The sound of the flowing stream was mesmerizing, gentle yet insistent, like a heartbeat in perfect rhythm with the universe. As they followed the stream, a sense of being guided washed over them. They realized they were not walking alone. The light from the previous night lingered softly, now more subtle, like a warm presence floating just beyond sight. It was a quiet, comforting feeling, not a voice but a knowing, an assurance that they were being watched over, cared for, and loved. Every step they took was met with calm, as if the world itself was whispering, "You are safe. You are cherished. You are exactly where you need to be." The meadow gradually opened up into a broader landscape of gentle hills. The person could see the horizon stretching endlessly, bathed in moonlight. The air was cool, carrying the faint scent of pine and wildflowers. They walked slowly, breathing deeply, letting every inhale fill them with serenity, and every exhale release tension and worry. The hills rolled softly beneath the sky, creating a rhythm that seemed perfectly synchronized with the heartbeats of anyone who wandered here. As they continued, small animals occasionally crossed their path, each one calm and serene, unafraid. A fawn stepped lightly between the tall grass, and its eyes, gentle and trusting, reminded the person of innocence and peace. The breeze carried soft whispers, as if telling stories from long ago. Tales of love, protection, and care. Every detail of the journey seemed intentional, guiding the person to a place of stillness within themselves. Eventually, the path led them to a circle of ancient trees. Their trunks were wide and strong, their leaves forming a canopy that filtered the moonlight into delicate patterns on the ground. The person sat beneath one of the trees, feeling its strength beneath their back and the soft rustle of leaves overhead. They closed their eyes and let the quiet envelop them. In the stillness, they felt a gentle warmth descend, wrapping around them like a protective cloak. It was the same comforting presence as before, the light, the subtle whisper, the assurance that they were not alone. Time seemed to slow. The meadow, the stream, the gentle hills, all merged into a sense of infinite peace. Every worry, every lingering fear drifted away like leaves carried by a soft current. The stars above blinked gently, reminding them of the vastness of the universe, yet also of the intimate care that existed within it. It was a perfect balance, vast yet tender, infinite yet personal. The person lay back on the soft grass, feeling it cradle their body. They tilted their head toward the night sky, letting the cool breeze kiss their cheeks. The gentle presence of the light lingered, a quiet, loving companion. "You are safe. You are loved. You are exactly where you are meant to be," it seemed to whisper. As they drifted into a half-sleep, their mind began to wander through memories of joy, kindness, and quiet moments of love. Each memory was accompanied by the soft presence of care, as if someone invisible yet deeply familiar was holding them close. The stream's gentle flow, the rustle of leaves, the hum of the night, all formed a lullaby, wrapping the person in comfort and serenity. They breathed slowly, rhythmically, feeling their body relax further with every exhale. The meadow, the hills, the trees, all faded softly into the background of their mind, leaving only the warmth of protection and the assurance of love. Every nerve, every muscle surrendered to the gentle pull of calm. And there, beneath the starry sky, surrounded by soft whispers of the earth, the person felt truly at peace. The light, the presence, the tender guidance of God, it all merged into a single, soothing certainty. They were safe, they were cherished, and the journey through darkness had brought them to the heart of tranquility. With one last slow, deep breath, they surrendered completely to the night, letting sleep cradle them, guided by the gentle, loving hands of the light that had been with them all along. The meadow whispered its final lullaby, and the person drifted fully into the realm of dreams, surrounded by love, protection, and the quiet promise of a new dawn. As the night deepened, the person rose from beneath the ancient trees, feeling the soft, steady presence of light guiding them forward. The meadow stretched ahead, bathed in moonlight, and a faint, gentle sound caught their attention, a soft gurgling, like laughter carried on the wind. Following the sound, they discovered a narrow stream, its water glimmering like liquid silver under the moon. The stream wound gracefully through the meadow, reflecting the stars above as if the heavens themselves had poured their light into its gentle current. The person approached, kneeling at its edge, and dipped their hands into the cool, flowing water. The sensation was soothing, like a tender caress, washing away the fatigue, worry, and tension that had lingered within them. The water rippled softly between their fingers, creating tiny circles that sparkled in the moonlight. They leaned closer, listening to the subtle melody of the stream as it trickled over smooth stones, whispering a language of calm and reassurance. Each note felt like a gentle voice saying, "You are loved, you are safe, all is as it should be." Around the stream, the world was alive yet peaceful. Fireflies danced lazily above the water, their tiny lights flickering in rhythm with the gentle breeze. Flowers leaned toward the stream, their petals brushing the surface as if to touch the soothing current. Even the soft rustle of the leaves seemed like a lullaby, harmonizing with the delicate song of water. The person walked along the edge of the stream, feeling the soft grass beneath their feet, each step slow and deliberate. With every breath, they inhaled the sweet scent of blooming night flowers, mingled with the earthy aroma of damp soil. The combination of scents, sights, and sounds created a cocoon of serenity, wrapping around their body and soul alike. Occasionally, small animals emerged, gentle and unafraid. A family of deer drank quietly from the water, their movements graceful and unhurried. A pair of owls watched from a distant tree, their eyes soft and knowing. Each creature seemed to convey the same comforting message. This place was safe, protected, and tender. The person found a smooth stone beside the stream and sat down, letting their fingers trail through the cool water. The reflection of the stars rippled with every movement, reminding them of the infinite universe above, yet also of the intimate care woven into every moment. Here they felt the presence of God most vividly, not as a figure in the distance, but as the gentle, encompassing love flowing around and through them. Time seemed to lose its meaning. The stream's melody carried them into a rhythm all its own, a soft pulse that matched the beating of their heart. Thoughts of worry, fear, and doubt drifted away like fallen leaves carried downstream. Only peace remained, quiet and absolute, flowing through every fiber of their being. They closed their eyes, listening to the water as it whispered secrets of comfort. You are not alone. You are cherished. Every step, every breath is cradled in love. The words were not spoken aloud, yet they resonated deeply, filling the mind and heart with warmth. As the person leaned back, the gentle current lapped at their hands and feet, connecting them to the life of the meadow and the stream. The coolness of the water contrasted with the warmth spreading through their chest, a warmth that felt like the embrace of something eternal, something protective, something endlessly tender. Fireflies hovered close, their soft lights pulsing like tiny stars in a private constellation. The night was vast yet intimate. The stream wound its way gently through the meadow, carrying the calm, the love, and the serenity of the universe with it. Every sound, every movement, became a part of the lullaby that the person now felt deep in their bones. With a slow, deliberate breath, they let themselves sink further into the stillness. Their bodies softened, their muscles released every trace of tension, and their mind quieted, as if each thought were a pebble dropped into the flowing water, dissolving gently into the current. And in that gentle surrender, they felt it clearly. The presence of God as a quiet, protective current that surrounded them, as natural and essential as the water itself. They were safe. They were loved. They were exactly where they were meant to be. Finally, leaning against a smooth, cool stone and letting the stream's melody wash over them, they allowed sleep to tiptoe closer. Their eyelids grew heavy, and the lullaby of the water, combined with the whispers of the wind and the soft glimmer of stars, carried them slowly into dreams. And as they drifted, the stream seemed to murmur its final, soothing promise. Rest, my dear one. You are protected. You are loved. All is well. Wrapped in the gentle music of the night, the person surrendered completely to sleep, their heart and soul cradled in the endless flow of comfort. The stream shimmered in the moonlight, a quiet witness to peace, love, and protection, a promise that would follow them into the realm of dreams. As the person followed the gentle stream, they noticed the landscape gradually rising, the hills rolling softly toward the horizon. A mist began to appear, delicate and silver, curling along the grass like a quiet invitation. The night air smelled faintly of rain and earth, refreshing and calm. Step by step they moved forward, each one lighter than the last, guided by the subtle glow they had felt since the first night. Through the rising mist, an ethereal light appeared, soft and golden, like the first rays of dawn mingled with moonlight. As they drew closer, the light took shape, a house perched delicately upon a hill, its edges blending with the clouds. The roof shimmered with the soft glow of countless tiny lights, and the walls seemed almost transparent, revealing warm, inviting interiors filled with a gentle warmth. The person approached, feeling no fear, only a deep curiosity paired with serenity. Every step toward the house was like a step deeper into peace. The doors opened slowly, silently, as if welcoming them without a word. Inside, the air was warm and fragrant, filled with the scent of soft linens, dried flowers, and the faintest hint of honey. The light inside was gentle, not glaring, wrapping the space in a glow that felt like an embrace. They wandered through the room slowly, noticing every detail. Plush chairs that seemed to hug the body, blankets soft enough to melt any tension, shelves filled with books that whispered stories of love, patience, and wisdom. Through a large window, they saw the clouds drifting below, rolling like waves on a quiet sea. The stars above were mirrored in the glass, creating the feeling of being suspended between heaven and earth, embraced by the infinite. In the center of the house was a small hearth, its fire flickering softly. The flames danced gently, casting a warm glow, and the person felt as if each flicker carried a heartbeat of care, of protection, of endless love. They sat near the fire, feeling the heat softly warming their hands, their chest, their spirit. The house itself seemed alive, not in a way that startled, but in a way that nurtured. Every corner breathed calm, every shadow held safety, every light carried reassurance. Here, in this house among the clouds, the person felt the presence of God most tangibly. It was not a voice booming from above, nor a figure towering in grandeur. It was a soft, constant awareness, a gentle pull of love and protection that wrapped them from the inside out. They could feel it in their chest, their arms, their legs, and in the space between their thoughts. It was as though every part of their being was being told, "You are cherished. You are safe. You belong." They explored further, discovering a small balcony overlooking the endless expanse of clouds. They leaned against the railing, breathing in the cool, soft air, feeling suspended in a space where time itself seemed to pause. The world below was distant, muted, and all that existed here was quiet, peace, and the gentle, watchful presence surrounding them. Sitting on the balcony, they closed their eyes and let their mind wander slowly, deliberately. Each breath in was filled with calm. Each exhale released tension and lingering worry. The clouds rolled beneath their gaze, soft and fluid, carrying with them the quiet promise of comfort. The stars twinkled above, mirrored below, creating a cocoon of light that felt like an eternal hug. Even the smallest details seemed infused with care. A soft breeze teased the person's hair, the warmth of the hearth lingered through the floorboards, and distant birds' night calls floated faintly through the air. It was as if the house itself knew exactly what the person needed: soft light, gentle sounds, comforting scents, and the awareness that they were safe, completely and utterly. The person lay down on a wide, cloud-soft bed, the blankets enveloping them like warm, protective arms. They felt the fire's warmth on their cheeks, the soft hum of the house around them, and the steady, comforting presence of love that had guided them since the darkness of the first night. Every worry, every shadow melted away into the soft, enveloping calm, and as they surrendered to the serenity, they could sense the gentle whisper of God again, soft and close, like the murmur of a caring friend. "Rest, my dear one. You are safe. You are loved. You are exactly where you are meant to be." Their eyelids grew heavy. The gentle light of the house, the quiet roll of clouds, and the warmth of protection cradled them fully. They felt weightless, as though floating in the embrace of something vast, tender, and eternal. The heartbeat of the house matched their own, slow and rhythmic, guiding them deeper into calm and comfort. In the stillness, the person realized that this house was more than just a place. It was a feeling, a presence, a space created entirely by love and care. They drifted further, mind and body softening with each breath, until the boundary between themselves and the gentle light blurred. They were one with the calm, one with the warmth, one with the love that had been with them all along. And as sleep finally claimed them, the house among the clouds held them gently, whispering one last promise: "You are safe. You are loved. You are never alone." Wrapped in warmth, suspended between stars and clouds, the person finally surrendered fully to dreams, guided by the gentle, protective, and loving presence that had accompanied them since the first step out of darkness. The person lay in the soft embrace of the cloud-soft bed, the warmth of the house surrounding them like a comforting hug. Their body had grown heavy with serenity, every muscle relaxed, every thought quieted. Outside, the clouds moved lazily under the moonlight, and inside, the house seemed to breathe softly, keeping time with their heart. As they closed their eyes, a subtle warmth stirred in their chest, a gentle, loving presence, familiar yet profound. It was not a voice loud or commanding, but a soft, intimate whisper echoing deep within their being. "I am here," it said, "and I have always been here. You are safe. You are loved." The person opened their eyes slightly, sensing the presence around them. It was everywhere and nowhere at once, like sunlight filtering through leaves, or the quiet rhythm of the stream they had followed. It wrapped around them, a delicate current of care and reassurance. They felt themselves wanting to speak, yet words were unnecessary. The presence understood without language, filling every empty space in their heart. "You do not need to fear the darkness," the presence continued, gentle and unwavering. Every shadow, every worry, every moment of doubt is held within my light. You are never alone. Even when the night seems long, I am with you, guiding your steps, soothing your mind, and carrying your heart. The person breathed slowly, feeling the tension of the day dissolve with each exhale. The presence seemed to weave itself into every fiber of their being, a soft, steady reassurance. Rest, my dear one. Let go of every burden. Let the love around you carry you. Let it fill every corner of your mind, every corner of your soul. Images of their life began to drift through their mind, not with judgment or urgency, but as soft memories floating by, each one touched with a tender glow. Moments of joy, kindness, and warmth passed gently, and even the moments of sadness were softened by the knowledge that they had always been held, always been cared for. All that you have experienced has been cradled in love, the presence whispered. Nothing is wasted. Everything is part of the journey, and you are never alone. The person's eyelids grew heavier with each whisper. The house seemed to hum quietly, a subtle rhythm matching the heartbeat of love surrounding them. The clouds outside shifted slowly, as if sighing along with the person, carrying away lingering fear and doubt. The gentle warmth, the soft light, and the quiet voice wove together, creating a cocoon of perfect serenity. Even when you feel small, uncertain, or weary, the presence said, remember that you are always held. You are never forgotten. You are cherished beyond measure, more deeply than you can ever imagine. Close your eyes and let this love enfold you. The person felt a soft weight settle over them, not heavy but comforting, like a blanket woven from care, patience, and infinite tenderness. Each breath drew them further into a sense of complete safety. Every thought, every fear, every tiny worry drifted gently into nothingness, carried away by the soft, unseen hands of love. The presence lingered close, not as a figure, but as a feeling, a heartbeat, a warmth, a quiet light surrounding the person entirely. Sleep now, it whispered, for you are safe, you are loved, and the world is gentle. Dream in peace, dream in love. Let go of all that does not serve your heart tonight. The person surrendered completely. Their chest rose and fell in slow, rhythmic harmony with the soft presence around them. Their mind drifted, untethered from worry, free to explore quiet, comforting dreams. The house among the clouds seemed to hum a lullaby, and the light from within touched every corner of their mind with soft reassurance. They felt weightless, floating in a space where time did not exist, only the gentle pulse of protection and the quiet presence of love. The whispers continued, soft and tender. You are enough. You are precious. You are cherished. Sleep, my dear one, sleep in peace. The night carried them deeper into dreams, each one serene and tender. The stream they had followed, the meadow they had wandered, the gentle hills, and the house among the clouds, all merged into a single flowing sense of calm. Every worry dissolved into the soft light surrounding them, every fear softened by the steady rhythm of care, and as sleep fully embraced them, the gentle conversation with God continued in whispers only their heart could hear. You are safe. You are loved. You are exactly where you are meant to be. In the quiet of that sacred space, the person knew, without question, that love and protection would always be with them. They surrendered fully, allowing the night, the clouds, the house, and the presence of God to cradle them, to hold them, and to guide them into a sleep deep, restorative, and filled with peace. Wrapped in warmth, surrounded by light, and embraced by love, they drifted further into dreams, comforted by the gentle assurance that they were never alone, and that every breath they took was held in care. Morning approached softly, though the night still lingered in gentle shades of silver and pale blue. The person awoke slowly in the cloud-soft bed, feeling the warmth and serenity from the house embrace them one last time. The light was soft, not harsh, carrying with it the quiet reassurance that everything was well. Rising carefully, they felt a sense of completeness within, a gentle knowledge that all they had experienced on this journey was a gift, a gift of comfort, love, and protection. The house among the clouds seemed to whisper softly, as though saying farewell. Remember this feeling. Carry it with you. You are safe, you are loved, always. They stepped out onto the balcony once more, breathing in the cool, fresh air that smelled faintly of rain and wildflowers. The clouds stretched endlessly below, a flowing sea of softness, and the stars still twinkled faintly in the morning sky. The horizon hinted at the day to come, but the person did not feel urgency or worry. Instead, they felt calm, steady, and grounded, knowing that love and protection would accompany them wherever they went. Slowly, they began to walk down the gentle slope from the house, guided by the familiar glow that had led them through each night. Every step was light, every breath filled with peace. As they moved through the mist, the meadow stretched before them, familiar and comforting. Flowers bent gently in the breeze, the stream sparkled softly, and the hills rolled quietly into the distance. It was as though the world itself was bending to meet them with care, making their journey back home as gentle as possible. They reached the stream and knelt beside it one last time, letting their hands trail through the cool water. The sound of its flowing echoed softly, a reminder that life is always moving, always carrying away worries and bringing new calm. The fireflies appeared briefly, their tiny lights blinking in farewell, and the rustle of leaves seemed to whisper, "Carry this peace with you. You are never alone." Step by step, the person continued through the meadow, following the path they had traveled before. Each familiar scene brought comfort: the gentle hills, the soft grass beneath their feet, the distant trees swaying lightly in the wind. Even the night creatures, the deer, the owls, the rabbits, seemed to nod quietly, acknowledging the journey, sharing in the peace the person now carried. As the person approached the edge of the meadow, a soft glow appeared ahead, a portal, if one could call it that, a gentle bridge between the world of dreams and the waking world. They paused, feeling the presence of God again, close and warm, whispering tenderly, "You have walked through the night, and now you carry my love within. Every shadow you have faced has been met with care, every fear has been held. Now take this peace into your day." They stepped forward, feeling the glow wrap around them like a soft blanket. The world shifted gently, seamlessly, as though returning to their own room, their own familiar space. But the calm remained. The love, protection, and serenity traveled with them, quietly settled in their chest, softening every muscle, every thought, every breath. Sitting down on their bed, they felt the lingering warmth of the journey, the echoes of the clouds, the house, the meadow, and the stream. They closed their eyes and inhaled deeply, exhaling slowly, letting the rhythm of that long, gentle journey sink fully into their being. Every part of them knew they were safe. They were loved. They were never alone. The night outside had faded into the faint light of morning, but the presence stayed, invisible yet palpable, guiding the heart and soul with quiet whispers. Carry this peace wherever you go. Let it be your comfort, your companion, your rest. Sleep even when awake, and know that love surrounds you. Finally, the person laid back, letting their body sink into the familiar comfort of their bed. The memories of the journey, the stream, the meadow, the hills, the house among the clouds, mingled with the present, forming a cocoon of calm around them. The presence of God, gentle and tender, continued to whisper, "Sleep deeply. Rest fully. You are safe. You are loved. You are exactly where you are meant to be." And as their eyes closed completely, the mind drifted, the heart softened, and the soul surrendered to the final embrace of peace. The gentle rhythm of the world, the quiet melody of love and protection, carried them into sleep, deep and restorative, filled with the warmth of comfort and the certainty of care. The journey home had not only returned them to their room, but also carried them into a lasting serenity, a knowledge that no matter the night, the shadows, or the fears, there is always a light, always love, always protection surrounding them. And as they drifted fully into dreams, the soft voice whispered one last promise. You are safe. You are loved. You are never alone. Sleep now, my dear one. Sleep in peace. Wrapped in warmth, surrounded by light, and cradled by love, they slept, knowing that this peace would stay with them. Quietly, gently, forever.